is up, Retro Maniacs? My name is Mike. His name's EP. His name's Joe. And we're not here to give you one. We're not here to give you two. We're here to give you 3 cards you need for your retro PC. And I switched hands during that. Wasn't that pretty talented? Look at that.
Wow.
Anyway, my card this week is I have a lot of notes here because it's a big long name. It is the 2001 over here SP Game Bat Milestone Edition Piece of the Action Game Used Bat Frank Thomas Milestone.
Right.
Whew, let me
Write that on eBay a title.
Exactly.
You have to buy a subtitle for that bad boy.
It's a sweet card though. It's a game used bat.
Dude.
Has the team logo stamped into the bat. You got 1 bat card per pack. This is actually one of the different inserts, so to say. The milestone, there were like a Hall of Famers one, there was a rookie one. They have different stamps in the bat for the different series. All I know is mine is like a $6 to $8 card right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
The
awesome.
early 2000s, everything and every product was game used jerseys, bats, gloves, balls, bases, anything they could come up with, cut up, put it in a card, which really flooded the market. But it's a great buying opportunity for people like us. When you like, if you would have told me back in 2001, you'd be able to get a Frank Thomas game used bat card for $6 or so. Come on, there's no way. The packs cost way more than that.
Yeah.
And he was one of the better players to pull. So the early 2000s game used stuff is a great bargain. We talk about it a lot, but that's my card this week. I just love the little stamp in the bat. I think that's so cool. And I don't know if that's mildew or whatever there, but who cares? That's my card.
I was going to ask about the packs thing. So I feel like the packs were probably at least $10 a pack.
I think
So you're talking
they
about
were
getting
more than that too.
Yeah.
If I remember.
They were SP. You said it was an SP. Yeah, they were probably like at least
like 15
$10
or 20. Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
then you think about like Frank Thomas is probably one of the top hitters you can get out of that set. And you're talking $6 to $8 for this card that was cost like way less than the pack. Like just I guess that kind of checks out based on like current pack prices and card values and stuff. But in back in the day, that would probably have been like a $20 card, right? And so awesome.
Least,
and I also love the socks. I was like leaning in trying to see if it was the socks logo. And it was. It's really really cool. Like I love that card. That's very cool. I'll have to see about maybe getting one of those for my collection.
Check out my next stack sale. You'll be able to buy it.
All right.
For the 5 viewers we have under 30, let me explain. So game used is when you actually take a piece of something that was used in a game and put it on a card. So there you go. There's your old person, more tip of the week.
He did,
but yeah, I mean, if the market was flooded, but now when you look back, you think to yourself, I wish Panini and Fanatics would flood the market with game use stuff too, because the stuff they're flooding the market with is nothing, no association to anything. So it's disheartening. Like, why can't we have some sort of happy medium? Why can't it just, it's either one or the other, it seems. That's a cool card. I really like what they did with the stamp. I think that sets it apart for me. Like, if it was just a little piece of game used bat, cool. I mean, it's a cool card. I think the stamp is what makes it better.
Did you notice the shortages of jerseys at Walmart, though, now that Panini's had the license? It's hard to find those. There's just nothing left.
And you won't notice it when Fanatics officially takes over, because they can just get their own supply.
They just make their own.
Yeah, they're just making their own. They're good.
All right, EP, what do you have for us this week?
Well, I have a card with an athlete and a set that I've used before, but I don't think I've used this specific card. I'm 95% sure I haven't used this card. I don't think I've owned this card until now. So we'll see. This is the 2000 Fleer Ultra Allen Iverson card. Just a base card, 156. If this card, this card is like a $3 card on eBay. But what I love about it, we'll talk a lot about Fleer Ultra's photos. I'm holding this up here to make sure Joe and Mike can see it. We've got Joe Smith here ready to take a charge. We got Kevin Garnett flying in. We got 4 Timberwolves all converging on Allen Iverson. What's he doing? He's hamming up for the camera. as only Allen Iverson can. He's looking right at the camera right here and making a face. So I love this card. Like I said, for like $2 or $3, you can get it on eBay, and it's just a really cool base card. Fleer Ultra photos, Fleer Ultra, Allen Iverson, check. So,
Wow, what more do you need right there? I love that he is hamming it up for the photo.
Right.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, how many times have we talked about on this show how that kind of photography, like that was kind of normal back in the 90s and early 2000s. We knew they were great photos, but like it didn't stand out as much as it does now because of the lack of that. Like you don't see that photo very often. And they do one set
photogenics.
Like, one,
yeah,
and it's not that big of a set, I don't think. And
it's not a high dollar set. It's like it's one of the lower entry level type sets for whatever entry level is for certain people. If you watch the pod, we talk a little bit about
that's true.
money.
But I mean, it's just a shame though that isn't more normal in the hobby, because it can make a card that would otherwise just be a card a really cool card, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Like all the photography was really good, but then Stadium Club and Fleer Ultra just set it above and beyond. And it's sad. Like I see some of the Stadium Club stuff that's come out now. It doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel like it just feels like it feels like a normal card from the 90s instead of, it's Stadium Club. So like, and Fleer Ultra now has turned into, I don't know what it is if they do a hockey set, but Fleer Ultra has turned into original art cards for comic books, right? So, and which are really, really cool in and of themselves, but that's a whole different era. And that card would be really cool in like the gold medallion or one of those sets. Right. I think that would be pretty neat.
He needs to buy the platinum medallion.
You need the rainbow, if you will.
Yeah, get the rainbow.
We should start we should start pushing that. Like collect all the different parallels of a thing. This is a new
Nobody
thing.
Would have come up.
No one would. Yeah. Cool. Hopefully they never come out with like more than like 3 or 4 parallels of a card. But because that'd be a tough.
I just want to throw in one thing about the Stadium Club you say, and Joe. I agree 100% that the photography has fallen off. They still do the full bleed stuff, but also they're charging more for Stadium Club than they used to. Like Fleer Ultra, was a little like a premium-ish product. It wasn't like super premium like SP or whatever, but it was a premium product. And that's where kind of where Stadium Club is. But Stadium Club prices have been climbing, I think, and like so again, the photography is not quite what it was back then, but they're still charging more money.
They're still charging more.
Right.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, wrap us up.
So I was debating between 2 cards. Well, 2 cards. I'm going to go with this one. You'll see the other one next week. So this is a 2003 Fleer Mystique End Zone Eminence. I'm going with Ricky Williams, numbered out of 100. So I don't have the card physically here. The guys are pretending like they're looking at it. You guys can see it at home. But it's like phone card material. It is rounded corners, and it is numbered out of 100. Now, I had never heard of this set. Like, this is like beyond anything that I could, 2003 was kind of the tail end of when I was collecting. Little Victories had the Terrell Owens version of this card on a DC Sports card pickup. And I went and saw, I'm like, that's a really, really neat set. And I went and saw who else was on there. And I saw Ricky Williams in his Dolphins uniform. So I sent it to Finn Stone Cards, who sent me the Kenny Pickett jersey. I'm like, have you ever seen this card? He goes, no, that's freaking awesome. And you can get it for like $10. It's a card numbered out of 100. Yeah, numbered to 100. You can get that one because that's the base level one. There's one on eBay right now for $10 with free shipping from California. So it's a really, really cool card. And then they had they had 2 parallels. They had the End Zone Eminence Gold, which were numbered from 26 to 88. I'm guessing maybe their numbers. Doesn't look like it, but we'll just say that. And then End Zone Eminence jersey cards, number 2 100, had a little piece of the memorabilia. Again, this must have been a new set to 2003 because I don't remember it. And I love the material. It's not acetate. It's not cardstock. It's like that phone card. And I asked Little Victories because he had one in hand. I go, what material is that? And he said, it's kind of like the old school phone cards. Something I had never seen, something you guys don't really remember. And numbered to 100, I think Fleer was like, let's try and recreate, PMGs or something. Let's try and do, and it never picked up apparently because you can get this one for $9.99 with free shipping. So that's my card.
That's wild. Like when I think about Mystique, I always think about the actual base cards because the base cards were always like super shiny and they've felt like almost like an insert in and of themselves. And I believe the product was probably expensive, so I didn't buy a ton of packs probably back in the day. But so I don't think about the inserts. I definitely don't think about that. Like that sounds awesome for like. And I think back then, like a number to 100 was a pretty low numbered card for a lot of the cards. And then I think that $10 for that sounds like a steal. I wonder what other players are in the set. I have
Priest Holmes, Sean Alexander, Ricky Williams, Clinton Portis, Deuce McAllister, LaDainian Tomlinson, Travis Henry. There you go. You can get that one for under $10, I bet. Eddie George, Terrell Owens, and Hines Ward. No quarterbacks. That's probably why this set is not as valuable. So there it is. There's your answer, EP.
Wow. I'm going to have to look for one of those. I don't remember those off the top of my head. I think Mystique, I think of those sparkly peels that they had to peel off that people get confused about all the time. There was somebody on Twitter that was wondering if like he had a special version of a card because the back of the card looked like that. I was like, it's just a peel.
Just peel it. Just
like I see so many people though, because they don't know it doesn't look like a peel.
Right.
It's a peel. Yeah. So but the back of this card was pristine condition.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if you sent in an unpeeled Mystique one, how they would grade it. I'm just kind of curious about that. But yeah, pretty cool card, though. And I like using those phone cards back in the day were really, really fun to collect. I still had a stack of them when I was going through my own collection. So yeah, something like this with that material and that design, I'm a fan.
There you go. 3 great choices. Why? Because we always give you 3 great choices. But that's all we got this week. We'll be back next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See ya.